me do this. Yo, it's your girl. No, I can't be you. That sucks. Hell no.
Don't be me, be you.
No, I want to be very demure. Y'all accuse us of not being demure. My finesse 2 times voice. I want to be very demure. That's what I want to do.
That's been used so out of context.
It is, but but I love it though. That is not very demure.
Shouldn't have never taught you English.
It can't take you nowhere.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Yo, you know what time it is? You know what we're here to do. We are here on the set of Candid Clear. I am O, and this is
Nigel Comaneci of the MAG LLC, and we are Candid and Clear.
So I'm in my feelings.
By what now?
Ladies and gentlemen, I am O.
And I am Nigel Comaneci.
And we are
Candid and Clear.
We are the best podcast that will bring you politics, current events, and relationship issues.
Let me tell you what I need you to do. Go out and like, comment, share, and subscribe across all social media platforms.
My boy, look here. He's stretching out on the ops right now. He's signing in several orders every day. And we got the DEI thing. We're not gonna be here long.
We're not.
We got the DEI thing, and I think a lot of people don't really understand the DEI. I'm gonna throw a quick little grenade in there, and I'm gonna let you run it.
Okay.
Because I don't see what DEI or even affirmative action really helped us as a people in the masses anyway. I don't think it was for us initially. I think it was for somebody else.
Okay, so 2 things, guys. Let's ground ourselves in this conversation to say diversity has been recognized as race, ethnicity, and gender. So, okay, 3 classifications, and that has nothing to do with, it's not all black, because I believe right now the algorithm is suggesting that, oh, this is just going to impact African Americans, but this is women-owned businesses. This is the different ethnicities, whether you're Indian or Hispanic, that would also be impacted. So we need to ground ourselves there. Now, where's your grenade? Because I want to do that first before I go.
I just threw it out.
You just threw it out.
That's what all that was.
That was the grenade.
That was my animation for the day.
So let's talk about what we really are stopping with this executive order. We're really reversing affirmative action programs. This is not a true diversity, equity, and inclusion abuse, or if you would say, oh my God, this is going to impact African American people. No, because there are roles that exist. You guys know O is a pilot. If you're a pilot, if you're an engineer, if you're a surgeon, the qualifications for those roles still exist, and those are not DE&I hires. So we are truly talking about affirmative action where, oh, you're in contract with the government. 50% of the people you hire must be, or you must be striving to get to that number, or you must have an active affirmative action plan. Those things. Oh, you have to report on how many diverse hires you made, people in specific categories. Basically, the law says we don't have to do that anymore. That is the essence of this law, is to pull all that back, and let's go toward merit-based hiring. The question for everybody else is, where are we pivoting to? Are we doing socioeconomic mobility programs? Are we looking to do that? Socioeconomic mobility programs, meaning we would target people in certain socioeconomic classes or incomes. We could be doing that because we're going to have to figure out how to infuse folks who've been disenfranchised by past policies into where we're moving and pivoting to. We're
what
just
is
saying
the fear, though. I think, okay.
The fear is that it disproportionately discriminates against other people by mandating that you have to have.
Well, it does, because merit is discriminatory in its core. Either you have it or you don't.
Well, how do you describe merit?
Okay. If you meet these qualifications, the FAA has a list of qualifications.
Okay, take those out. That's highly technical and competency based. Doesn't apply here. Wait.
Okay.
Pull that out.
I see what you're doing. Okay.
That doesn't count. Surgeons, engineers, pilots, anything highly technical, IT, gotta have this, gotta have Scrum Master, gotta have that. Those can be removed from the argument. Move them out.
Wow.
Right.
So, well, now that sets me aback because now I have to ask a question.
Mhm.
Where is DEI then anyway?
Then I would say if you trickle down to the lower level positions, let's say the administrative assistants, let's say the servicemen or the people who cleaners in the building, let's say, oh, do we clean the building, the federal building? So how many of the people who work for us that clean this building are minority by description, meaning they elected that on that their EEO1 form when they were hired. And we all recognize that people can lie on those forms because it's a self-reporting form.
So what is making what has been making these companies in the last week to literally get rid of people, let people go?
Well, he basically made it illegal to continue utilizing those hiring practices, the executive order.
For the sake of understanding.
And they are federal government providers of services.
Okay, so that we all understand
Mhm.
here for those who are listening. If someone is hired under a DEI program, somebody hires me on a DEI program to do whatever, is the government sending them an incentive? Because when he rolls back the DEI programs, how is it then illegal or not right for me to maintain my job helping said company?
The government is incentivizing people who hire.
Here we go.
Right.
That's
There's
what I
an incentive.
wanted you. That's what I want us to talk about. Because now we're seeing that the companies who were getting benefit for having you there are letting you go because the benefit is no longer there that they were getting, and they didn't want you there anyway because they would have hired you anyway.
Well, who's saying they've let people go? Who's let people go?
I've seen several people post their own letters, the letters that they've gotten from companies. One, and I'm gonna try to find it and put up. One young lady
Let's
posted.
see it.
One young lady posted. I'm definitely trying to find it.
Okay.
If I don't find it, please don't charge me. Several people have been let go from their jobs. Hey, they're rolling back these programs, blah, 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 blah. One particular, I found it strange because the signatures and names at the bottom sounded like they were minorities as well.
And that's very interesting. So if they pull back funding from your program, well, let me say this, not your program, from your contract. Program belongs to the government.
Gotcha.
That's a government spend. All of the programs that you see, even the freezes, guys, the approved funding for said programs is going to still go forth.
Okay.
What we're talking about is freezing it before Congress go into session to approve more funding. Right? So we're about 5 months away from that. I think they do that in June, if I make no mistake. But if you're getting this and you work and your employer is a contractor for a federal government entity, and they're now saying, oh, we're no longer hiring under these conditions, you might receive some notices saying that your position is being reevaluated as a part of that contract because they're not receiving that incentive or spend that income anymore to maintain that position.
So you
might see some cuts around that.
Okay, let's dumb this down. So I have a construction company and we lay concrete. And the government is building, they want a building, whatever, over here. And they say, hey, we're going to hire more minority companies to do that. Here's the incentive. So they hire me and my company come do that. Does that mean that contract is up?
That means you got a contract. As long as your contract is in force, you are fine.
Okay.
But this law says that you no longer have to tell me how many Hispanics you employ, how many African Americans you employ, how many Caucasians you employ. You don't have to report on that, and you do not have to maintain your affirmative action plan. You don't have to go out and target hiring, African American recruiting, Hispanic recruiting. You don't have to continue those efforts. So what I'm seeing is breaks around the efforts.
Gotcha.
People pushing the brakes on the efforts because the administration has pivoted to merit-based hiring. Now, we don't want to do anything illegal and get fined.
Wow.
Because we'll bring a case for discrimination from non-minorities.
Facts.
Right, to say,
Facts.
oh, you hired him and not me, or you continue
so the companies
targeted
that
efforts.
Are letting people go are doing so out of fear because they will get complaints and lawsuits, et cetera, et cetera. Wow. What is DEI and how does it affect you? That's thank you for tapping in on that because it's a big thing. Now, I'm gonna be transparent. it does not affect me directly being the company owner. However, I do see where it gives me the ability to hire who I want based on whatever merit system I choose.
As long as you stay. So previously, as long as you stay under a certain number of employees, you can hire whoever you want, however you want. Right.
Wow.
Though that's up to you. When you got into a larger contract, as you grew, you get 300 employees, you want to go and provide a service to the government. Here's our list of requirements. Do you meet this, and this?
Wow.
And it placed you previously in a better space to receive a government contract if you were minority-owned business, if you were woman-owned business, if you had a diverse mix of employees. Now we're saying those incentives are coming back. So what I see is business owners saying, wait a minute, let me not put some brakes on. Maybe I don't need this position. Maybe I need to reevaluate how many of those people that I have in said positions, because we're going to need to be ready for what this shift is in 5 to 6 months' time.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, DEI, what it is, what it's all about, and how it affects you. We'll see in a couple months, though.
Well, we will, but we'll even see the effects of, I'm going to shift slightly, because there's also the shift on the illegals that are being deported back to their home country. Guys, I want to clarify for you. American history said the record number of deportations happened in the Obama administration. That's what history says. The reality is that Joe Biden says that he deported 271,000 illegal immigrants under that clause with ICE. Under the COVID-19 Title 42, he sent back almost 3 million. His number is above Obama's 4.1 million deportations at 4.4. He has the largest number of deportations in U.S. history, but because it's under the COVID-19 clause,
he doesn't get knocked for that.
He doesn't get knocked for that. So Obama holds the record. So what Donald Trump is doing is no different than what has been done. But what the difference is the tone of the administration. It is the timing of the deportations. It is the stopping the underage children who might have a right to be in the U.S. Obama kind of stopped that and kind of put a stopgap in place so we wouldn't break up families. It's that because he's basically taking a stance that if you're here illegally, you're a criminal. And if you've committed a crime, we don't scream and cry when we send fathers or mothers to prison for having committed a crime. We don't scream and cry when we separate and break up those families. So why are we screaming and crying over these? And what he's doing is no different. His numbers are not astronomical. During his presidency, his first term, he didn't even have record numbers of deportation.
We see things differently when we don't like the person doing it.
No, that's not true. We see things differently when the algorithm on social media promotes the hatred. And that's the other thing that is kicking all of this up. No, sir. The algorithms in social media Obama ran on deportation and illegal immigrants and fixing that problem. And the rhetoric was not pushed out across social media to the degree that the algorithm does when it's Donald Trump saying it. No, sir.
And there's the information. Ladies and gentlemen, we can put it on the shelf, but you got to get it for yourself. Yay!
Ladies and gentlemen, I am O.
And I am Nigel Kamanichi.
And we are
Candid and Clear.
We are the best podcast that will bring you politics, current events, and relationship issues.
Let me tell you what I need you to do. Go out and like, comment, share, and subscribe across all social media platforms.
We like, comment,
share, subscribe.